Nice story. Thank you, Dave. I'll play this for Phil. It's another track from Simple Kids Session, recorded in 2003. This is called Truck On. And this is Simple Kids, recorded in 2003 for the BBC. Drugs.
say you wanna be a star. Baby, you got the doctor. Hey man, you know me. Where you gonna be tomorrow with all the pretty drugs you need? Baby, reading your magazine. Say you wanna go to India, read philosophy. Everyone's on the poison, looking for guarantees. Where you gonna be tomorrow with all the pretty drugs you need? My name is King K, and I feel baby, if I told you, baby, if I told you, around and round they mold you, always to control you. Baby, you got religion, talk about how you lost. Baby, you on the TV now, say you wanna be a star. Everyone's on the poison, looking for a guarantee. Where you gonna go tomorrow with all the pretty drugs you need? My name is King K, and I feel baby, if I told you, 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 baby, if I told you.
Recorded at Maida Vale for the BBC, November 2003. That's a simple kid doing drugs, not doing drugs, doing drugs.
Well, the first one, the Commuter, is just literally kind of what it says in the tin. It's just stuck on the tube, and when I was working in Harrow Road, and I was living in Holloway Road, so I had to commute up and down every day, and it's just, you know, people call it 9 to 5, but when you're going across London, it's actually sort of anywhere from 6 till 10 on these lines, so it's just about that sort of weird mentality of your whole life. You're exhausted every day when you get back, so your whole life is about waiting to Friday, getting completely screwed up, and having, you know, coming back up for air on Sunday and going, oh, tomorrow I'll work, and you sort of, it's just kind of a ever-decreasing catch-22. So it's a nice little uplifting ditty about my depression as resulting from working there.
It's not unusual.
Truck On is written one night when I had an insomnia. I get insomnia all the time, so I was living with other people and I was really bored and I wanted to talk to them, but they were all asleep, so I was thinking it's another 6 hours till everyone gets up. I just started writing lyrics and kind of came out like that. I guess that's not really what it's about, just keep going kind of thing. Sentimental dross when you talk about it, but hopefully not that bad when it's in the song. I kind of disguise sentimentality quite well, hopefully. Everyone says that you shouldn't be low. What are you gonna do? Track down paranoia. Feel so loco. Wanna go home. Track it on home. Had a bad year. Strolling along with nowhere to go. I got a little pot belly and it's starting to show. Nobody phones when you're alone. There's not a goddamn thing to do. Tapping along to a Seminole band. I need a good looking lady just to steady my hand. Everyone says that the good Lord above has got a personally planned for you. Track down paranoia. Feel so loco. Wanna go home. Trucking on home. Had a bad year. It's gotten so low. Trucking on home. 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 There you go. My name is Simple Kid and I sing simple songs with words that I've made up. Essentially they're pop songs, not in the kind of pop idol sense hopefully, but in the kind of Talking Heads sense and that kind of, you know, sort of, hopefully with a bit of a twist, but basically it's pop songs, yeah. I've no idea what I'm trying to get across. Every song you just kind of write what's on your sort of mind at the time. There's no sort of grand, they don't all fit into a kind of a, well maybe they do, but they're not intentional about it, so I don't know, it's probably based on when I was listening to the radio before I gave my radio away in a fit of tantrum because I couldn't stand it any longer. Just hearing all these songs about things, I was living in Holloway Road, and I'd come out into Holloway Road and I'd see nothing to do with the songs I'd been hearing on the radio. So I just started kind of writing about that sort of side of life, just sort of working 9 to 5 and struggling to get along kind of thing. But I just do anything. It's all set up in my house, in my room, so I just have all my instruments set up, and of a morning if I've got time I'll have my cup of coffee or whatever and just turn everything on. And some days I might just set up some drum loops or some loops, or some days I might sample something else and get something going, or some days I might just be singing a song. Some days you're feeling a bit like sort of Neil Youngy, Johnny Cash, some days you're feeling like Square Pusher, and it depends which way you start. And most times I suppose you just don't really end up doing anything particularly coherent. Sometimes I might have a new toy that I just want to use and find out how to use that detuning thing, and I'll put it all over everything I do that day, and then every now and again, if you're lucky, you kind of get into the grip of something and you just sort of go off and off you go. So I try and stop it from being routine, like I don't necessarily start on the guitar or keyboard any days, just whatever. The recording, besides I think one of the songs, it's all just done in my bedroom, yeah, pretty much just in a day or two, and then you kind of get bored and that's when it's finished. I've re-recorded songs before, and the reason I don't do it anymore is because they always, for me anyway, the more I re-record a song, and it might sound really good and I get the technical things or something right, and then I go back and listen to the other one and I just sing it much better when, like, the day I've written it. It's obviously like I'm more in tune with the melody because it's new to me as well. So it's sort of like singing someone else's song for a few hours, and you're all excited and you're kind of happy and you think you're a genius, and 2 days later you're just, whatever. I don't have a sort of Alicia or whatever her name, one of these voices. I don't think Simon Cowell would be too impressed with me, so it's just natural. Sometimes you don't think it sounds all that well, so you cover it up by doing it, or sometimes I kind of treat my voice the same as I treat a synthesizer or anything. It's there to be either left alone or just whatever you fancy. I've no kind of qualms about sort of completely Mickey Mousing it. It doesn't actually sound like me anymore. It's just another instrument to be completely abused. When I don't have anything around me, I get the best idea in the world. So I thought about getting a dictaphone, but that's too Alan Partridge, isn't it? Kind of, idea for a song. So, but I've got a double bed and I've got a guitar lying on the other side of my double bed. So that's a bit weird, actually, isn't it? There's nothing sexual in it, I have to say. The Young Offenders was signed to like a major, and we had lots of people sticking their twopence in, and sort of it was very controlled, and sort of things like you wouldn't release a record till you were sure it was the right, kind of exactly everything exact. There was sort of very little chance taken, and this is much more, for a start, because it's not a band, it's just me, there's no arguments musically for a start, and no compromise, and maybe sometimes that's a good or bad thing, but at least it comes without any kind of trouble, and there's less people involved. It's a very small knit kind of community around it, so and there's kind of more chances being taken just here and there. You put things out and you kind of hope they might go well, but you don't sort of set it all up, and we were always constantly held back when we were in the band. Things were delayed for like 5 months and 6 because it's not the right time and all that. And so far this has just been release them and sort of do that. All it is me putting a song down on the tape. It's not rocket science. Guys slagged me off before calling me Simple Kid, which I thought it sounded good. It sounds better than my own actual name, and it's kind of a good reference point to my attitude to music, is just to keep it really simple and basic. I've been writing songs since I was about, a kid, 14 years of age or something, so 10, no more, whatever age I am, 15 years, something like that. Okay. Too long, it's a bit depressing thinking about it like that, actually. It's kind of just a fairly melancholic song about just keep going kind of thing. If you've got if you've kind of lost the plot a bit and you don't really know what you're up to, just sort of breathe in, breathe out, and hopefully something that's one of those. It sounds quite cheesy in words, but hopefully on the record it's sort of phrased a bit differently. I think I've got like attention deficiency thing or whatever. I just get bored really quickly, so live-wise I love changing the gigs all the time. If I can go up my own with a laptop and the brain behind me, that'd be great for a few weeks, and then I get bored of that, something else.